What is up, guys? Nostalgia Zoomer here. Welcome to episode 1 of my Crusader Kings 3 Let's Play. We have Count Rodolfo of Tortona here, and let's get started. So to basically see where we're at right now, so we're in the 1066 start date. We're in the Holy Roman Empire under the Duke of Lombardy right here. This is a custom character I made, so the house I just based off the county, obviously. And I wanted to start basically as small as I could for this Let's Play right here. It's funny, I tried to find one of the smallest physical counties I could. I know it doesn't really matter. But in terms of what we have, it's actually pretty small here. So there's actually only 2 holding slots. There's already a city built here. And then obviously our castle, Tortona right here, which we're going to build up into, hopefully, this playthrough could go anywhere. So we could end up, being kicked halfway across the world, going on an adventure, or we could stay here the whole game. This could be an ancestral family seat that we keep and build up, which would be my ideal right now. But, we'll see how the playthrough goes. And one thing I really want to do with this is kind of play through what our character is. So look at our personality traits, look at, what our character does, their circumstances, and try and play with that. So Rodolfo right here, the founder of our dynasty, he is chaste, so he's probably not going to be doing too much with the ladies. He's vengeful, so if someone does something to him, he's definitely going to come back probably times 100, and zealous, so he's going to be strong Catholic. If they call a crusade, he's going to be the first one signing up. So I think this guy I created here, this is a good base for our character. I didn't want to go too crazy with the stats here, so we're pretty average right here. Then I went a little bit better for intrigue and learning because we have a learning lifestyle. Plus, I want to get up to some scheming in this series, which isn't something I usually do, so I think that will be fun as well. So I think my first order of business here, I'm definitely going to first off start a scheme to swear bishop. So this is Bishop Uldertert. Okay. He's lustful, which is funny for a bishop, but yeah, let's start scheming him just to get him in our good graces. So now that we're swaying our bishop, looking at our lifestyles here, I did go with the learning lifestyle, so I think to start off I will at least start going down one of the paths here. I will switch it up. I'm not going to stick to just learning, just so I can have a variety throughout the playthrough and not just go down one tree the whole time. But to start off here, I think I will go with the scholarship focus. That's going to give us +3 learning, and what I want here is that +15% development growth. That is going to be so crucial in building up our capital here. So in terms of the first perk we're going to get here, I'm going to get pedagogy. So that's going to basically increase our aptitude as a teacher for our kids in the future. And we will also get a +25% for our language learn success chance. So that is going to be huge. I will also be hiring a personal physician. I know this fresco here, it says he is poor, but because he has, this learning lifestyle, terrible learning to be honest, but with that poor, we can set him as our personal physician, put him on improved skills, and then in no time he'll get up to normal aptitude, which is more than enough for what we need right now. We don't need excellent or anything. We'll get someone who's better than him eventually in our court without having to pay hundreds of gold. Because right now we're pretty low on gold. And I guess our last order of business before we get unpaused here is we're going to look for a marriage candidate. I think the most important thing here is going to be an alliance. We're just starting off. We have no political base at all. We're a brand new count. No family members to marry off either, which is going to be kind of sucky if we get into any wars or anything like that. But I'm going to try and play the diplomatic game here. Play pretty passive, but obviously it's CK3. Anything can happen. That is the county of Parma, so that's right there, right next to us. That would be nice to ensure that they don't come after us, first of all. And then also help us when it comes to any future wars or anything. There also is the county of Bologna right here, but that's further away, and it's worse for an alliance. And she's a lustful, gluttonous, impatient 34-year-old. So I don't think we'll be putting Rodolfo up with that. I'm gonna look out for Rodolfo here. I say that, but our other choice is a 10-year-old. paranoid, sadistic, gluttonous person. So, yeah, not too much good options either way. Yeah, I know it's not ideal, but I think I am gonna go with Parma right here, just to make it easier on us. So that's a county right here. We don't have to worry about attacking us or anything. And I think with increasing our crown authority to number 2 right here, I think we'll be good to unpause. For this playthrough, I want to take it really slow. I really try and focus on the game and the character and everything. So I really don't want to go above 3 speed right here, unless it's a siege or something like that where I just need to get through the time. But other than that, I really want to keep it at 3 speed. And before we unpause, looking at our military situation, we actually are pretty, well set up with our men-at-arms. So we have 1 stack of mangonels right here, 2 stacks of pikemen, and then 3 stacks of light footmen. So in the future, honestly, these two, I wouldn't want to keep pikemen and our light footmen in the future. But for now, like having this many men-at-arms is going to be so helpful. Because if we look at our total number, most of our people come from our men-at-arms. So that means our strength is going to be so much better compared to someone else that just has levies. Alright, and now that everything's in order, we can unpause. Alright, and now we are unpaused. Okay, so our betrothal went through. That's perfect. And we'll just see what happens. See if anything comes up, any events pop up. Maybe some activities we can go through. Actually, I know we just unpaused, but I'm going to pause again real quick. Looking at the political situation here, so we got our top liege Heinrich. So he is actually allied to Sweden right here. I know in the 1066 start date, obviously the Byzantine Seljuk War is a big one, so it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top of that. Obviously, as a Western Christian ruler, you want the Byzantines to win. Excuse me. Unless you want to gobble up their land, I guess. That could be useful if we want to form our own, but that is way off in the future. There's no way we're thinking about becoming a Holy Roman Emperor right now. We're just focusing on our small little castle here in Tortona. Well, that's interesting. So both my top liege and my liege just entered a regency. I guess they going somewhere? Oh, so they're going to the coronation. I didn't get invited. That is completely fine. I understand. If you invited every count, there wouldn't be room. But that does kind of hurt because I am like, right, I'm on the way. Maybe there's an event where they stop by and they invite poor old Rodolfo here. But we'll see. We'll see. Yawning. I saw one of my servants yawning. Now I feel like yawning too. Interesting how someone yawns. Others nearby often want to as well. That is very relatable. I yawn all the time. The Christian play in Tortona has brought to my attention that Oberto, a renowned Christian playwright, intends to hold a performance of his work titled The Passion of the Lord. The price of admission is steep, but this is likely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness a Oberto play with my own eyes. So my guy is zealous, so I can get a learning lifestyle experience. Pious night in the theater it is. I will not make light of God's creation. So yeah, I obviously go down this. Let's see what we get. I'm hoping we get a perk there, because that'd be amazing for our character. The Passion of God. As I watch the play unfold before me, it quickly becomes clear why Oberto is so well known as a literary genius. The prose, the performance, all of it makes me feel as though I'm witnessing the events of the scriptures unfold in front of me, as if I were there to behold God's work myself. Once the play is drawn to a close, I find myself alone with Oberto. You must teach me to interpret the scriptures as you do, so that we'll pay 15 gold to Oberto. We'll get 50 piety, 50 learning lifestyle, so that'd be great. And we'll lose stress, even though we have none, because we're zealous. So that'd be the realistic choice for Rodolfo here. Or I could write better than this. So that's the challenge right there. Would we do that? Let's see. We're zealous. So I mean, we enjoyed it. But I think we do a challenge right here. I think we do it. A Christian play of my own. It has been some time since I originally vowed to outdo the inferior work of Alberto. As the ink of my scribes grow dry, I admire my own work. 2,000 Tertonin nights is a work deserving of being called a masterpiece by my own humble reckoning. The only question that remains is who should play the lead role. Myself, of course. So that's a diplomacy challenge against Alberto. Or my Cortio, Gilberto, is a natural charmer. So that will be him doing the Diplo challenge. So who has better Diplo? Probably my courtier. Oh yeah. Let's see. Dramatic debut. I take my seat amongst the audience, watching Gilberto as he begins his performance of my masterpiece. To my delight, he delivers a performance worthy not only of my writings, but of God himself. As the crowd erupts into applause, I'm assured that I outdid myself and showed Alberto how a real Catholic writes a play. What a great night for Catholics everywhere. So that is insane. We get 1 learning lifestyle unlock, 100 piety, and 75 prestige. So that is such a crazy event chain right there. Now with the learning lifestyle unlock perk, I am going to pick up the scientific perk right here. We are not the cultural head of Cisplaine at all. Obviously, we're just a small count. But I picked that up for the next 2 perks here because we are going to end up picking those up later down the line. So I'm going to start a learn language scheme on Kaiser Heinrich here, our top liege, just to try and further ingrain ourselves with him. So I think that's a good play right there. Oh no. This is very unexpected. Our liege, Duke Alberto, has came to us. And he's trying to revoke our title. This is very, very unexpected. Oh my gosh. You know, I actually thought about it a little bit. This is actually in our favor. Because Duke Alberto here has no allies. We're actually allied with Parma. Wait, because he's both our liege, will I be able to call him in against the title? Oh, this will be a tyranny war, so I should be able to call my ally in Parma in, so I think we'll be good here. Okay, sweet. So we can call in Parma right here. So I think that puts us on good footing for this war right here against our liege. Perfect. So on 20th of March, Parma joins the war, so we will officially raise our banners. I think the smart play here is actually going to be to seize Pavia and then have our ally come and reinforce us. And I'm going to lead my own army, of course. I thought Parma would spawn right here, I'm not going to lie. So we are going to get back to our territory where we do have a defensive advantage and we won't get caught out by the enemy right here. Awesome. So we are both in our city right here, and then now we can advance into Pavia right here. And it looks like we have a 7th month siege, and I'm going to see how long this takes to see if it's just going to be smarter to fight them outright. Oh, and we have an event here. Commander promoted. My Marshal Fresco has been showing off a promising new recruit. He may not be of as noble stock as you, my liege, but on my name I swear that Girolamo is someone you would want on your side. Excuse me. So this guy looks amazing, actually. Oh my gosh, yes. Become one of my knights, of course. This guy looks amazing, yeah. Oh, I guess he's doesn't qualify to be one of my knights. 10 months versus 6 months. Oh yeah. So yeah, we should have enough time to beat this siege, right? To finish the siege and then run over and beat these guys in Parma. Okay, and this is bad news. So our liege actually formed an alliance with the Duke of Holland, and he just joined the war. Good news is he only has 700 men, and Holland is very, very far away, so it will take him, a fair amount of time to get his army down here. But that does put us on. He will have, about 300 more men than us, so that is kind of concerning. So actually, I'm gonna run down there right now and just engage him like this before his allies get here to reinforce him. because I think that's a smarter play. The first battle in Parma. 700 men of Tortona, commanded by Count Rodolfo, against the first army of Como, commanded by Duke Alberto. 7 days. Our reinforcements in Parma are a little behind, but we need to relieve the siege of their city. We will win decisively, so that's great. Oh yeah, look at that. 13-15 versus 743, 26 advantage. Yeah, these guys are cooked. Oh wow, yeah. The battle at Parma on the 23rd of September, 1068. So that got us 12% war score. We had 1,400 soldiers, lost only 33. They started with 1,000 and they lost 300. Wow. Oh my, that's a lot bigger than I thought it'd be. But with that being said, I think they're going to retreat into probably Genoa over here, and then we can go and siege one of their territories. So I am going to go ahead actually and hire this special mercenary band just for 15 gold. I'm not too concerned about the war just with us in Parma, but I think this extra assurance right here will just make it that much better for us. So it is now almost the end of December. We have about 5 months left on our siege of Cremona right here. It's been good so far. Not too many casualties. None of our guys, major guys, have died yet. But it looks like the enemy force right here, the remaining enemy force of our liege, is moving into Tortona. The good news is no sign yet of the incoming Dutch reinforcements, but it concerns me that I'm not seeing them, so I think they're going to sneak up on us somehow. Oh, and they don't even have enough men to siege Tortona, so they're just abandoning it. That's good. I had no idea this has been going on. So our ally, the Count of Parma, he actually has also the county of Bastia. Oh my god, in Cagliari. So this whole time Holland has been down here sieging this. It looks like they have about 9 months left on their siege. But our liege is going in to reinforce them. So I think they'll be focused on that siege. Honestly, I don't care if they get sieged down. That's not really too relevant. That'll probably allow us to get to the capital and make sure that gets sieged down. We have just under 2 months left on this siege right here in Cremona. So this will be done very, very soon. And just before our siege of Cremona ends, we do unlock another learning lifestyle perk. This is where I'm going to pick up that planned cultivation that I talked about earlier. That's going to give us a plus 20% to our increased development and county efficiency, which is perfect actually because we are running that right now. So with our steward, we are increasing development in Tortona. Currently I am working on foreign affairs with our chancellor because I don't have any vassals besides the mayor right here. Training knights with our marshal. No scheming yet with our spymaster yet. Only one intrigue. I might change that up. And with our bishop, I don't need claims or anything right now, so not doing anything there. And we are wrapping up the siege of Cremona right here. We got 25 gold, which is perfect. Oh, and we captured one of his prisoners right here. That is great right there. So we got Oberto right here. This might have been the same Oberto from that event, which is funny. And also this guy right here, Amado de Pombia. So I'm gonna ransom Oberto back, just because I always appreciate the gold. Can't go wrong with the 5 gold. And now that we have siege down in Cremona, we are going to move up towards the capital. This will result in 100 casualties, but the biggest thing is just sieging down our liege's capital here. And just as we arrive at our liege's capital in Como, it looks like we have 8 months left on our siege. We have our special mercenary allies arriving as well, which is perfect. Awesome, and it looks like we've succeeded in learning Kaiser Heinrich's High German. After lots of hard work, I finally learned the High German language. endless hours practicing, sleepless nights mimicking inflection, countless lessons mastering intonation. It was all worth it in the end. During my efforts, I looked to emulate Kaiser Heinrich's accent. I'm sure that he would be impressed with my results. And of course, Franconian peasants now respect me a great deal more. So I feel accomplished, or perhaps I should send a letter to Kaiser Heinrich in High German. So 36% chance, that we impress him, or 64% chance that it comes across as dishonest mockery and he loses his opinion of us. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna risk it. Hopefully, it works, because the whole point of this was we're trying to, kiss out to him and be a better vassal. And he hates us. Great. So we have about 4 months left in the Siege of Como right here. It looks like our liege and Holland did finish up their siege down here in Bastia. And they are on their way to us here in Como. But I think we will finish the siege up before they arrive. Scratch that. I thought they would take some time and maybe stop and then move, but no, they're just going straight to us. So I think we might encounter them in battle before we finish the siege. So I think, even though we are far off, I might get off right here, just because we will have advantage in this tile. So I think we will actually win the fight right here. Wait. Is Parma not... Why is Parma not in the fight? Are we getting... Did Parma betray us? No. No, what a betrayal by Parma. When the fighting mattered, they didn't hop in the fight. And wait, and now they're in the... That has to be just a glitch or something. What? Why wouldn't they be in the initial fight? I think that's just CK3 weirdness. Can I white piece here? I don't want to have to deal with that. Okay. So we did lose our marshal right there. Actually, this guy is probably better than our old marshal, so I'll just put him right there. And we did lose our personal physician right there, so I'm going to check our courtiers right here. And our steward, for now, will be improving his skills as our personal physician. So that was a pretty tough defeat for us. We lost about 200 men. For some reason, our allies didn't get in the fight, and they lost 5 men out of 1,600. So, and now that they lost that, we're down to minus 6% war score, which is not ideal, to say the least. I'm just gonna run over here as fast as I can and try and unsiege this. I just realized we are not going to be able to siege down that castle by ourselves, even unsiege it. And our allies are retreating right now as well. So I think the best thing we can do is just wait here. So the good news is our allies are here in Genoa, and we do have a siege. Bad news, first of all, it's going to take 14 months. And there are 2,000 enemies descending upon my capital right at this moment, and they're gonna overrun it in 6 months. So we can put up a fight with the 800 odd men we have right now, or capitulate and I get imprisoned. This is a tough scenario. I think there's only one thing we can do. I know it says we're gonna lose, but you gotta go out fighting. You can only go out fighting. That's all that matters. The fight in Acqui, for some reason, Parma, they're joining us now, but they delayed it a little bit. 300 Tortonan warriors being reinforced by 400 Parman warriors against 2,000 Lombardian scum. I mean, we are Lombardian as well, but we don't get to talk about that. Come on. The thing is, if we had enough people, we'd actually, even with our lower numbers, we'd be putting up a decent fight. I fear it's the effort wasn't enough. It was valiant. Defeat at the Battle of Aqui. Minus 13% war score. We lost almost 200 men. At this point, Rodolfo, as an honest, zealous man who genuinely cares for the people of Tortona, he recognizes that the bloodshed cannot continue. It must end. So in the interest of his people, Rodolfo will surrender. We have been imprisoned by our liege, Alberto. I am no longer free to return to my court or travel as I wish. What is this? What kind of world is this? Oh my, what is that retreat? Oh my gosh. There is one final seed we have here to make it so we don't lose our titles and become landless adventurers. I can escape from the prison. Let's go. I'm free! Freedom! I spent many days planning my escape, thinking about the best course of action and route of escape. It all amounts to nothing, though, as one day the guard simply forgets to lock the cell, staggering away without looking back. As I disappear into the hills surrounding Alberto's castle, I finally dare to hope. So we are free. So that means he's actually not gonna revoke our title here, which is great. He might try again, but he's not gonna be able to just straight up revoke it without us going back into a war, which will be nice because hopefully we can reposition for the next war and get ourselves into a position where we can fight back a lot better. Oh, I completely forgot about this guy, Leader Gregory, or Georgie, I guess. The fighting is over at last, and our contract fulfilled. Now it's time for you to settle your debt to the Coven kindred. I mean, I did already pay you, to be fair. But just so you're not too mad at me, I will pay you again. Pay you the full payment, I guess. And funniest thing after that Liberty War, where he tried to revoke our title and turn us landless and destitute, our liege comes to us and invites us to his council. To my friendless vassal, I have come to the inexorable conclusion that you are truly the best candidate for my open council position. Though it pains me to do so, I'm unfortunately obligated to offer you the position of spymaster of Lombardy. Spymaster? And we're vengeful? This guy doesn't know what he's in for. This is crazy. I'm murdering this guy. The bad news is no one's joining in on this scheme. No one wants to fill the assassin slot, infiltrator slot, even though the refusal are less. No one is really itching to fill it except my courtier right here, who can be convinced. Sunset. As I walk through my residence one evening, by chance I look outside. There before me is a most spectacular sight. The sun is setting and it looks gorgeous. I gaze speechless as I admire the union of yellow, orange, red, and pink colors that shine through the few clouds in the sky. It looks even more beautiful than it normally does, doesn't it? So we get inspired by a spectacular sunlight for 4 years. So that's going to give us plus 2% monthly lifestyle experience, which is pretty nice. And we get minus 15% stress. Just minus 15 stress, which is nice. Melodramatic. I'm watching a play being performed by a troupe of traveling actors. The quality of their acting is bad, and that's an understatement. The main problem is that they're overly melodramatic when they act, so none of their characters or storylines seem believable. When the play is finished, the response from the audience is anemic at best. It seems most people don't like their acting either, and I'm surprised no one was booing them off the stage. The acting troupe is definitely lucky in that regard. How do they even survive? So we can, what of a waste of an afternoon. Or, this wouldn't fit because our character is Chase, but we could do one of the actresses look quite fetching at least, so that would get feeling lustful, but that doesn't fit our character, so we'll do the first option here. A new translation. More than anything, my quest to be a learned man is teaching me how much I do not yet know. One more, there must be so much knowledge that has been lost to the ages. As books fall apart or languages are forgotten. Perhaps I could contribute by banking a new translation of one of the classic works. Although, what would I even translate? So I could do the Regelu Pastoralis. God, my Latin is terrible. The Regelu Pastoralis on how to lead a good life. So that would get translating book, +1 learning, or the categories. I think it's the same thing for both. I like the top one. Why not? A new translation. A specific phrase from the Regula Pastoralis has been frustrating my translation efforts for days. I've even started muttering it to myself sometimes. Still struggling with that one, are you, my suffragan bishop? Hef's a waiting tome. One simply needs to know where to look. Help me uncover this, Ulderict. So 50% chance he finds the answer, and then the tome quality will improve significantly, and we get learning lifestyle. He'll get the learning lifestyle experience, or we can just straight up force him to do it. That's not forcing. He'll be happy with that. So I think we'll just do that. A new translation. The constant efforts to translate the Regula Pastoralis is tiring. The relentless focus, understanding, and creativity required drains me as I ever move closer to its completion. Just a few more pages tonight, and then a few more in the morning. So we'll work on it tirelessly tonight and significantly improve, the translation quality. I must seclude myself from all other distractions until this is done. So we get 150 prestige, and the quality will improve slightly. Or we can say it will wait a while, and we will lose 10 stress, but the quality will remain unchanged. I think I'm locking in on it. Let's go. Also, that is interesting here. I clicked on the situation tab. So this is what they're talking about with the 1.19 update. You can see as you're doing like the story events right here, you can see how it plays out. So we can see the translation quality right here, and also see like the buffs we get from it. So that's super cool to see what Paradox did with the update here. Looking at on World Affairs here, it looks like my goat William the Conqueror did end up defeating Harold Godwinson in the 1066 invasion. He's putting up the fight now against Hard Ruler, the OG right here. I think Hard Ruler is definitely going to lose this. So it's good to see William winning England right here. It's going to be interesting to see what he does in terms of other expansions and how the partitioning goes when he dies. Learning on the job. Of those I've chosen involved in this scheme, Augusta is probably not the absolute most skilled. Still, she's clearly applying herself, determined not to let my efforts go to waste. With the aim of improving her skill in matters of intrigue. Bettering herself is costly, but it helps us all in the end. So we can say you can go further than this, which will basically either push her to the limits, or she'll have nothing gained from it, or we can get some progress on our plan. Definitely going with the progress on our plan right there. With this scheme right now, we're at 2 advantages. We're about to get the third. It is stuck at 40 right here max for the current success chance. So I think I will just pop it once we get 5. Passing of time. I was in a rather melancholy mood today, reflecting on how the years seem to have passed by so quickly. One after another, they are but a blur of jumbled, discarded memories. Once upon a time, I was a young, innocent child. Now I'm just sad and old. Alas, so we get feeling melancholy about growing older for 6 years. I mean, that's relatable, but yeah, sad for Rodolfo right here. He's only 25. Come on, man. Come on. So we have our liege coming us to again. He's trying to imprison us. Probably because of what happened last time, so. I mean, we have to decline. We have to decline, right? So, I mean, I only got 500 men. And Parma only has 700. That's not even combined what our liege has, let alone Holland. And he's allied with Blur now. Oh my god. I think I'm just going to have to accept our liege's demands here to imprison us. Hopefully he doesn't do anything crazy. I am going to try to escape prison when he imprisons us, but I don't know if that will work again. Imprisoned. So we've been imprisoned by our liege. So I am going to escape from prison here and see if we can escape again, which would be so convenient. No bars. Freedom. We escaped again. Oh my gosh. Oh, and it's the same thing as last time, so the guard just forgets the keys. Our liege absolutely hates us right now. Yeah, he's a rival. But that's great news right there. So we're not imprisoned anymore, and he's not going to revoke our title. For now, at least. He's probably going to wait a while.
10 years later.
And just as I say that, he just, after rejecting the imprisonment request, he's just straight up asking to revoke our title. And just like that, our liege comes to us and requests to revoke our title. Just like how we ended the first war and surrendered, I don't want to send all of the great men of Tortona to die for no reason. So I'm going to acquiesce to the Cur Alberto's demands here and relinquish our hold of Tortona Castle to Duke Alberto here. It's sad. It's something I never would have thought we would have ended the first episode with, but it's something we have to do for the sake of the Tortonan people. And who knows, we could be back one day. But for now, we will accept you horrible, horrible liege. So we have officially lost the title of Tortona to Duke Alberto. Good news is we still do keep our betrothal here, to the girl from Parma, which is nice. But we'll now be a landless adventurer. I don't know if we'll get like a pop-up for it or if we have to do a decision, but it should pop up here in a second. Yep. From rags to riches. Where did my belligerent liege find the gall? My titles are forfeit, my land's gone, my status in tatters. If I'm to defend and restore my rightful property, let alone my honor, it seems I must start from the bottom. Duke Alberto Azzo. Grasping greed should be avenged, however along the road. He won't get away with this, or time has passed. Obviously, we're not going to end the game. He won't get away with this. So we're going to establish an adventurer camp, the Knot of God. That goes kind of hard, especially with our emblem there. That is perfect. So we are now Master Rodolfo of the Knot of God. So D. Tortona no longer controls our ancestral seat. And because this guy hates us, and we are a fugitive in Lombardy right now. We are going to skedaddle out of Lombardy next episode. But I think that will do it for our first episode here. So thank you folks so much for checking out this first episode of our series here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to tune in to the next one. Comment down below any suggestions or thoughts you guys have on the series so far. Have a good one, folks.